All right, guys. What's going on? Welcome to the live stream. Let's go ahead and get into it. Let's go ahead and get into it. Okay, so today we're just gonna be straight up drawing some pictures today. So I'm not gonna do no whole bunch of explaining or none of that. We're just gonna jump in. We're gonna I don't know. Let's find some celebrity. Oh wait, celebrity. Uh, wait. Let me see. You know what? They got the finals going on. NBA. Let me see. Let's just go with the Spurs first. Let's go with the SPUR Spurs starters. So let's see who the Spurs starters are. Oh, right. That game is actually tonight, isn't it? So we're going to see. Hey, what's going on, Sally? Hey, Tammy, how are you today? I can't believe it, man. God bless. Thank you so much for coming out today. How you doing today, Sally, for art? How are you today? Welcome, welcome. Man, we got a lot of folks here today, man. That's good. That's good. Let's see who I got here. Let's see if I can find a good picture. Okay, look at this. We got like a, now this is the starting five. Chris Paul. No, that's not Chris Paul. Let me see. Chris Paul ain't no starter. Okay, so we're going to go with, let me see. Nope, that's not it. Hold on, guys. I'm trying to find the starting. One, two, three, four, five. Nope. Hold up. Let me see here. Mm, what is going on there? Da, 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 da. What about this one? Castle. That makes it. Hey, thank you so much, Tammy. I appreciate you. Thank you for the tip this morning. Certainly awesome of you. Thank you, Tammy. I was not expecting that. So, you know, what a beautiful thing. God has shown me never to place expectations on people this way, or expectations on even on life, because then when you get things, you feel blessed. You don't feel like I deserve that. So I really thank you. Appreciate you, Tammy. Okay. All right. And so here I'm going to save this picture. I think this is the one I want to work from. I don't know which one has the better face though. I'm trying to see. This one has a good. No, these faces are pointing down. This is the top three. The Spurs advance. The Spurs advance. What about this one? All right. I think. What about this one? Is this it? Nope. Man, none of these pictures are. Okay, I'll tell you what. What I'm gonna have to do is I'm gonna have to look them up by individual names. First starts, picks, uh, individual. Let's see what it says. Okay, here we go. So we'll start with. Let me see. Who is that? That's Wimbenyama, right? We can start with Wimbenyama. How about that? We'll start with him. So let's see if we can find that picture. Let's save that picture. Save image as, save in. Let's open that picture up here. Oh, wait. And then let me put some more pictures up here. Hold on. Art cam. Art cam. That's not it. What am I looking for? TV monitor. This one. Okay, here we go. Okay, so we're gonna start with Wimby's face first. Okay. All right. So let's rock and roll, guys. How are you today, Gabriella? How are you today? Welcome to the stream. All right. So let's go for it, guys. We're gonna start. Give me just a second, guys. I'll be right back. Hold on. Give me a sec. Hold on. Okay, guys. So here we go. We're going to go into this Webin Yaba picture. So let's go ahead and get into it, guys. Sorry about that. We have some. Hey, Christine, how are you today? All right, so we're gonna go here. Let's see. I'm gonna start with forehead, brow line, cheekbone. 3, 4. Interruption. 1. Short. 2. Ear shape. Okay. Paying attention to those little short specific shapes. Wow, what fun. What fun. I always like to draw those shapes that give you a little problem. You know? You know what I'm saying? Just give you a little bit of a problem. Right, then we'll go over here. And then we'll add the hair. Just like that. Going around here. Wimby's head. Right? Okay. And then we got oh, thank you, Christine. I appreciate you. Okay, let me see. That long neck, because Wimby got a long neck. And then I'm gonna do the brow shapes here, so we'll just do something like this here. What's crazy about doing this kind of drawing is you always it's like how you have to always be drawing opposite of what you seeing. It's crazy. Or that what you seeing doesn't necessarily, if you try to draw that shape, it doesn't necessarily translate into a good picture. You get what I'm saying? It doesn't necessarily do that. And so you have to be like straight up on the guard for that, knowing what to draw, even though you're looking at a shape and you'll draw that shape and it still don't come out right. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, that's just one of the things about doing this. Like right here, when I'm drawing the teeth, I could try to draw every tooth that I see, right? But I chose to concentrate on the front two and leave that far tooth out because it really doesn't matter. Man, good to see you, Christina. I know you hadn't been here in a while. I hadn't, or have you been watching? But I don't know. You hadn't. Yeah, I hadn't seen you in a minute, or seen your commentary in a minute. So, okay. Then we're gonna go ahead to the eye shapes here. So we'll just with this one. You know what? I'm gonna do like this, and I'm gonna curve. I'm gonna curve in here. And then I'll leave the top part like this. Something like that. Right? Oh, Wimby. Okay. Wimby Nyaba. Let's go ahead and darken these lashes in. Darken in the eye shapes here. Looks like we got a pretty successful cartoon. I went all black on that one eye right there. Hey guys, I haven't ran into you. Hey, give me a sec, guys. I'm helping to remove a refrigerator, so give me just a sec. I'll be right back. All right. Let me. What the? Okay. Sorry about that. I think we just about done now. I had to finish helping my wife. They delivering a refrigerator, so I had to help redo that. So this is my Web and Yamba picture, right? Just like that. Okay. All right. Then we just do little shadows here. Just relax and draw along, guys. Relax and draw along. That's all we're gonna do today. We're gonna draw along. I'm not hitting you with no complicated concepts today. No concepts for you today. Just drawing. Okay. I decided I think I might go back to the old school. I think I'm gonna revisit back when I first started doing this, man. I remember how exciting it was at the beginning of doing this, and man, just a lot of fun. And sometimes you can get caught up in the hype of it all, right? And then you lose the love that you had in the beginning for something. I read about that before it's in a book one time. I read about the law of thermodynamic. The law of, was it one of the laws of, the laws of something. What anyway, one of them was called entropy, and the word meant basically that any system, right, left to its own devices without any outside interference, will move from a state of order to disorder, right? So that means that you have to constantly keep doing something and bringing outside influence and to strengthen the inside. So, yeah. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So here we got a real simple Wibinyama, right? It's fun. It was a fun thing to draw, right? Or Wimby, San Antonio Spurs going to the playoffs down here. I'm in Texas, so we like the Spurs down here. And Wimby is he's like a tall, it's a real tall guy, man. Just big giraffe neck. I'm just messing with you, Wimby. I hope that makes you mad enough to send me tickets to the game so you can beat me up. Yeah. Yeah, I'm messing with you. All right. So that was a good one. That was my first drawing of the day, though. So not too bad, okay? So that was my Wimby. Wimby, I can't spell that name. How do I spell that? Hold on. How do you spell Wimby? Let me see if I can find that. Wimby. Wimby, wait. Let me see. Let's see if we can find that. Webbin, Wim. I bet. Okay, you called him E.T. That's not very nice. He's not E.T. He's not phoning home. Is he? Ben Yama. Okay. So there we go. We got a quick little Webbin Yamba. Okay. I think that one came out pretty good, right? Okay. Yeah. Okay, let's go to our next one here. Who we got next? It should be maybe they should have had all of them in the same picture. That would have been so much easier for me. Let's go with maybe they do. Maybe I could just use this one. I know it's a little bit blurry. What about this guy? This is Vassal. Okay, I remember Vassal. Let's save image. So let's save that right there and open up here. So we're gonna be drawing this guy right here. Okay, knockdown 3-point shooter, man. Wow. Yeah. Okay, so let's see what we're going to do here. Let's see what we're going to do here. All right, so with this face, let me see here. Mm-hmm. 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 I don't know if this is going to work out or not. I should have went with my basic head shape first. Okay. I know it's going to work. It's going to work. Because I believe. Okay. Let me see here. Hey, right on. No, I'm not. I don't. I. Well, thank you very much. I tell you what. Thank you. Hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Sometimes doing this can be hard because you want to so bad, like, see the end of the picture before you get there. And unfortunately, you can't do it that way, right? I'm going to see which one comes out better. I like this one, but I don't know. Let me see. Okay, just real quick here. And that. And got a little mustache here. Right. Got a little neck right here. Right. I'm gonna do this one 2 times, right? I want y'all to ask. I want you to tell me which one you think. Now, I think this one actually kind of looks good though, but I want to try. I don't know. What do you think? Let's shadow it. Let's see what happens. I think it still resembles him. I think that if you saw this picture without him, my thing is to have the picture to look like him without it, how can I put, without having to have a picture next to him. So if you saw him, you'd be like, oh, that's that guy from, you know what I mean? And so I think that this one came out pretty nice. Yeah. Okay. Let me see here. Oh, yeah? Okay. Cool. Well, then you know what? I trust that because if you say you like the eyes, then it's good. Okay, and then I guess here what we'll do, we'll just kind of color in this piece here, right? Give him some little braids. See, like here in this drawing, the contrast is going to definitely be something that we need to pay attention to. All right, that's vast. So I think that we don't really need to do this one again. I think that now that I'm looking at it, I don't think I can get closer. I think it looks like him. I want to try it just because of the head shape, though. But we already did this one, so let's just go to another one. Right. Something like that. right? I don't know, something like that. A little bit of hair down here. There we go. Okay, let's look here. So Tammy, I have so much trouble with head shapes. Oh, okay, cool, cool. Well, I'll start with today as I'm drawing. I think I'll start with head shapes more than for you, Tammy, just so you can draw with me today. I know sometimes it seems kind of elusive. I get it. I understand that. Let's look at Fox. Fox is another guy on there. Tyreek, nope. Victor, nope, nope. Who is this? Guard, nope. Is this it? Okay, who is this guy right here? Let me see. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna look it up on Pinterest and see whether I can. Hold on, guys. Let me do this again here. I think they might have some better pictures. Pinterest. Okay. All right. Cool. All right. Let me see here. Let's go with. Let's look up Spurs here. Spurs players 2020. Is this 2020? Oh, whatever. Okay, let's see who we got here. We got Fox, Wimby. Okay. Let's see what it says there. Okay, here we got Castle. This is a good one. And then we got this guy. So let's go. I'm just going to use the picture I already have here. I'm not going to go here and try to study it for a picture. Let's just go with this one. This one is Castle. I think this is Castle. Is that him? I think that's him, right? In fact, yeah, that is him. So I'm going to save that image. Wait, I don't know if that's him or not. Is that him? This one looks like a better picture of him right here. It's a 3/4. Let me see. Yeah, I like this one right here. That's the one I'm going to use right there. Save and save. There we go. Okay, let's go to the next one right here. So this one is Castle, C-A-S-T. No, it's not Castle. This is not Castle. This is that his name? What was the last guy's name? I'll find it in a minute. We'll find out in a minute. But just let me sign it. I can't remember what his name was. Okay, let me see here. Okay. So let's go for it, guys. I think we got my refrigerator guy. Is he already? Is he here already? Huh? Yeah, the one from the. Hold on a second. Hey guys, give me just a moment. I'll be right back. I gotta go. I gotta do something just real quick. Give me a minute. After this one, it won't be no more interruptions. Okay, just hang out with me for a minute. I'll be right back. I'll leave this picture up here so you guys can see, but I'll just turn off the sound. Okay, so apparently I didn't need to do that. Okay. All right, so let me see here. Let's try this one right here. Okay, so we're going to go with the head shape here. I'll tell you what we'll do. We're going to put our ear over here, right? And then we're going to put this shape here. So this gives me the two outer parts. And then I'll put the beard shape down here. And then I'll just connect these pieces together. And then connect these pieces together. Okay. Then we'll do from there, we want to do this, right? And then something like this, right? And then let me see. Let me do this here. Boom, boom. I'm gonna come across like that, and I'm gonna round this out like that. Okay. I might come back here and then put my straight drop into the braids. We're just gonna make one big shape, and then we'll just, once we make the shape, then we'll come back and we'll make individual braids like this. Okay, you see what I'm saying? Then we got over here, we got some braids coming out over here. Right, we don't want to put all the braid. We want to space them out. Okay, like this here. Let's space them out just some. And then let me see here. I'm gonna do like this. Okay. And then here we got some braids coming down. Okay. And then we got these braids up here. I wasn't able to put everything in there, but I use a very connect the dots type of a system to draw because it just helps me to see things better, right? And we got our neck shape. And so we got a good little drawing right there. Okay. Now, let me see here. Let's see here. Let's do, you know what? We want to do this here. Just like that. Then we're going to come in, down, into the point, out to the nose shape. Right? And he got these little things right here. Little shape here. Okay, and then we're going to do this shape here. So we're going to do like this. Okay. Okay, and let's put the eyes in like this. Let me see here. Okay. And that's it right there. Okay. And I'm just go ahead and shadow on the eyes. And our nose here. Okay, now I believe this is Castle right here. This is Castle, but I'm still gonna make sure. Hold on, let me see here. Let's go with let's look at it. Let's see. Let me see. Castle. Spurs. Yeah, this is Castle right here. Castle. And we got Spurs. And I can't remember what number he was. He's number 5. Right? Okay, so you got number 5 right there. Okay. Now let's go ahead and shadow him in just a bit. So we'll use our crayon. And we're just going to do one little overall layer of the hair. Guys, hold on just a sec, please. Thank you. Guys, my wife keeps calling me for this here. Hold on a second, guys. Yes, Tammy, you can go ahead and share yours as well. I'm sorry about that, guys. Again, we just got a little bit of construction going on here in my house, so I'm sorry about that. Okay. And then up here, we'll just kind of color it in. Right? All of this will be colored, right? I don't have my big marker. This would have went faster, but that's okay. We'll do it like that. Then we'll just kind of shadow them in a little bit. All right. Did you send it already, Tammy? Okay, you sent it? Okay. I'll check it out here in just a second. Okay. So this right here is a quick little castle, right? Quick cartoon picture, right? Okay. All right. Now Tammy says she sent hers. Let me get my. Okay, hold on. What you got? Hold what you got there, Tammy. Let me just find this real quick. What am I looking for? Tammy. Let's see. Messenger. I think this is it right here. And caricatures by browser world. Tammy, okay. Let's see what you sent. Awesome. So this is Tammy's submission, right? Awesome. Great job. You got the eyes in, the circles, looking the same way. I think it looks great. Very good, very good. Thank you, Tammy, so much for sharing that. In fact, yours looks better than mine. Okay. All right. Let me see here. Let's go over here to. So we did Bibinyam, we did Cat, we did this guy. Let me see who else we got here. Let's see who else we got. Castle. We got Wimby. Looks like this is who is this? Oh, this is who is this? He's so fine. Oh my goodness. Corrine save. Well, everybody's fine to somebody, no matter what, right? All right, let's see here. So we're gonna get this guy in here, right? We got some more Spurs players in the house, guys. Spurs players in the house. Okay. Let's go, guys. All right. I think I'm gonna use let's see if I use a bigger marker, what would happen then? I don't know. Let's see if I try it with this one. Gosh, there's no way I can get this whole afro on here. I'm gonna have to try to, because that's the top of the page right there. So I'm gonna have to. He got a huge afro. Having a little bit of fun. Yeah. Okay. All right. There you go. All right. Now, let me see here. Let's do this here. Let's make it real fun for you, right? Look. Let's do like this here. Make it fun, guys. All right. Now I'm starting to see the warm up. Now that one looks way better. I think I'm going to have to go back and try Wimby and them again now. There we go. Okay. And then let's just shade them in real quick. I'll tell you what, with these ones, we're not going to color the hair in because I don't have my little... So you can just color the hair if you want, but not necessary. We're just doing it for the coloring or for the drawing of the picture itself. All right. So today I want to practice. You know what I want to do? I want to practice some of my my go-to shapes, right? Okay, let me see here. Let's go with this one here. Okay, I'm not sure who this guy is. What was his name again? Let's see here. Hey, how you doing today, crazy funny man? How are you today? Okay, let me look here. Let me see. What was his name? Like, what's his name? I can't remember. It was Harper. That's his name. Okay. So that's a quick little version. Hey, right on, crazy funny man. I really appreciate you. Thank you for everything you've done for me. You've come. I feel like your presence here uh, it really has humbled me. To see that somebody actually cares about what I say or what I think about anything. You know what I mean? So that's very humbling, and I appreciate that. Thank you. Okay, so we got Harper over here. Okay, so we're done with Harper. Let me see who we got. I think what I want to do is I want to try the Wimby again, but I don't. I think this. I think I could get a better Wimby than what I got. Let me see. Let's look at this other. Now this one right here is a good Wimby, but only thing his hair is blonde in this picture for some reason. Let me see. Let's see if we can find it. Let's look at. Okay, let's look up W W E Wimbenyaba. Da, 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 da. Okay, hold on a sec, guys. Be right back. I gotta go turn the water on again. Give me a sec. Okay. Okay, so let me see. Wimby. They got a bunch of good ones in here, Wimby. This is a. Okay, so let me see here. I don't know. What do y'all think? I think that first Wimby was okay. I mean, it just seemed like it could have been a little bit like this one. Something about that picture I like right there. Something about this picture right here. This one. You see how that looks a little bit more animated? This one, that one looks kind of animated, but it doesn't look as animated as I like. So the first one was kind of, I don't know. We'll see. Okay, well, real quick, guys, before I go any further, I wanted to go ahead and give you guys a little bit of info. Hold on. Okay. This one. Okay. So just a little bit of information for you. First off, guys, I do classes online. So if you guys want to take a class with me online, you can take a class at rouserworld.com/classes. I'm looking forward to getting to meet you. It'll be awesome. Okay. Our Patreon page is where our fans support us. So if you want to financially support our channel, by a gift of $5, $10 a month, whatever it is, this is the place where you want to do it. Also, you'll have access to videos, exclusive videos, behind the scenes videos, all that good stuff if you go over to Patreon. Finally, guys, if you want to tip, tips are awesome. And then one last thing, guys, that information is on the screen. You could also, this is for our new tent. So we have we're trying to raise money for our tent. This is kind of what people have given toward it. So we have 10, 20, 30, 45. So we got 45. It looks like Tammy just gave $20. So we're at right now, where are we? So we got wait, we got 10. What? So 45, and then Tammy gave 20. So now we're at like 65 whole dollars, right? So that's where we're at right now on our goal, guys. So help us get our new tent. We're trying to replace it. We lost it at a bad weather where we were at an event drawing. So this is how it went down. Hey guys, give me just a second. What's huh? For what? Oh, yeah. I guess that's okay. No, that's seems like extreme, but okay. Well, okay. Hold on, guys. So, hey, thank you, Christine. I appreciate you. Okay, so but absolutely. Okay. So if you guys want to give toward that, you can also use Cash App, or here we have like the little stickers and stuff like that. I can't use my goal setter here on TikTok because I'm streaming through Streamlabs, and when you stream through Streamlabs, you can't use the bells and whistles of TikTok. So, I mean, I wish it wasn't like that, but that's just what it is. So if you want to give, it's already on your heart. You already know how to do that. Thank you so much for the cats. I got some cats. I got 20 cats. Okay, guys, so let's go back into our pictures here. We're going to try this Wimby right here. Okay, so let me use this marker here. Okay, and this is what we're going to do. Let's see what we got here. Let's move it up some. And we'll just boom. And we want to have fun with it. I don't know what I did there. A little bit funnier, Wimby. That last one wasn't funny enough to me. Mm-hmm. Yeah, see, this one was a little bit more funnier. I want to laugh when I look at this one. The other one I didn't want to laugh at. Okay, let me see here. Let's do the eyebrows a little bit thicker, just a little bit. Okay, and then we'll just kind of do this here, shapes here. Okay, and let's put some darks here on the side. I think this looks good. Okay. Because see. Da, 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 da. Mm, 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 mm. Okay, and we got our quick little Wimby, right? Our cartoon Wimby picture, right? Hope you guys like that right there. That was, I don't know, it's, it's the best I had, man. All right. All Wimby. Okay. All right. Now after this one, guys, since we did the three, the starting three, we did Harper, we did Castle, we did him. I can't remember who I'm missing. Maybe no, he's the center. Who was the other guy? It was another guy. There was a point guard, maybe. I can't remember what his name was. But anyway, we'll go ahead and get on some other pictures now. Okay. Bum 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 bum. Okay, wait. Bum bum bum. Okay, let's try this picture here. Okay. Okay, let's try the little girl's picture. Okay. So we're just gonna kind of be all over the place now. We did some Spurs ones. Main thing is to have fun with this. If you're not having fun when you do it, then what are you doing? You know what I'm saying? So what I want to do here, I want an expression. I want this expression. So this is what I want. One, two. I want three, four. I want this expression. That's the little girl's expression right there, right? And then her eyes are just kind of coming out. This is a little thick of a marker here, but we'll do it. Okay, little circle. Mm-hmm. Mm, 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 mm. Okay, we're just working with a Sharpie right now. We're working with a regular Sharpie chisel tip. She just looks mad. She's mad. She's a mad kid. The kid's mad right now. She's not feeling it right now. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is, right? Okay, let's see here. We want to get a lot of pictures done, and we want to go real fast with it, right? We want to learn how to draw with speed, confidence, right? And not necessarily um, what everybody expects from you. You get what I mean? Sometimes we get caught up in an almost like an expectation of things, and we don't try to because we're just trying to, at the end of the day, create something that looks like the person in the picture, right? So how fast can we do that is the thing. So if we look at any of the pictures, let's say we look at this picture. Let me see if I can get that picture. Oh, I think I might be able to save that. Yes? No? No, I can't. Let me see. It won't let me save that one. Can I save that? Nope, I can't save it. So let's find. Let's go with this one. Oh, you know what? Let's just go with AI smiling faces. Just type that in, and now it'll give you all your everybody's smiling, so you can get play. So just use AI pictures. They look like real people to me, right? Let's use her. Same image. Save. Save. They're saying there's nobody on earth that looks like her. I think not. I think my one of my cousins look like her. Okay, so let's see what we got here. Now this one, what I want to do here, what am I seeing? I'm seeing Well, for one thing, I see happiness. I see a round nose. I see these big eyes that's spaced apart, and then I see this. So kind of like her expression is this almost. You know what I mean? When you put the lights in it, you get you some eyelashes, right? And we just real quick, just to get the idea of it down. The roundness of the nose, the cheek, the lips, right? And then you have, your piece like this goes out here like this, right? You see? And then you got this that comes down and goes back up. So it's just like one shape. You know what I'm saying? Just like that. Okay. So you just want to, and now, uh, uh, here. Yeah. Something like that. The main idea, don't get scared. Who cares? If you mess up, you just mess up. Speed. And it keeps you relying, it makes you rely on your instinct when you draw like this. So I'm not trying to impress you today. I'm just okay. If you are impressed, it's of your own accord. I did not try to do that. Okay, you see that real quick, right? Real quick, real quick. Could we have gotten some more light? What other kind of eyes could I have used for that? Let me see. I could have used. Let me see. What if I would have did? Let me see. Uh, what if I would have went with the head shape first? Let me see. Mm-hmm. Okay. Now the head shapes always make it come out different to me. I mean, let me see what we got here. I think I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna spread them apart and see if I can get. I'm just gonna go. I'm gonna make them real far apart and see what happens then. And I'm gonna make them more square in appearance just to see what kind of eye shape I get out of that. Right, something like this, and then make this really small with the lip like this, and then right, and then we got this right here because her eyes felt more square or more serious to me, to be honest with you. And then I'll just come here, boom, 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 right, something like that, right, and then we got that. So I think that's gonna be the it's gonna be the best way to get it in there like that. Yeah, okay, that'll work. That'll work. Okay, so that's attempt number two, right? Let's go to another one. And I think I'm gonna use a smaller marker. I think this marker is jagged. Having the gauge on that marker is so big that it's messing me up. Okay, so here we go. Let's try it this way now. Mm. Now this one is. I think with this, what I've been seeing too is we have to learn how to kind of honor the round situations of the face. A lot of times, I don't want to put them, but it's just like it makes it look so much more flowy when we use round shapes to do things versus using like something that's very edgy in a cartoon. You get what I mean? Um, and it's just accepting that your real life drawing is going to look different from the drawing, or a caricature drawing is going to look different than the drawing from your that's actually like real life. You get what I mean? So you just have to kind of come to terms with that and be okay with it. It's just going to be a simulation of that person, right? And maybe it'll help you here because these people are all AI characters, right? That we just use to be able to draw them. Now I went with a little bit more of an exact eye shape on that one. I like that one. That took about maybe a minute, right? Maybe a minute, right? Okay, let's try another one. And we want to challenge ourselves. So I'm going right to the ones. I'm going to go right to the ones that are going to present a challenge to me. I look at the face and I say, I would never really. I don't want to try that one. And the one that I don't want to try is the one that I'm going to do because I want to get that practice in. Okay, so let's just keep going. All right, and let me see here. I don't know. Hmm. Learning how to do that hair with one in one shape and trying to keep it in your mind almost independent from the head shape. It really is it took me a while to be able to understand it. It's like a crazy concept. Let me see. I'm gonna do this here. One, um, two, and then we got this one here. Something like that. Mm-hmm. Mm-mm-mm-mm-mm. Okay, now we have oh. You know what we got here? Um, those are his eye shapes, yeah. Something like that. Hmm. I'm starting to warm up a bit. Mm-mm-mm. Mm. Okay, let me see here. All right, super awesome, super awesome. Okay, again, starting to feel my hand warm up. AI faces is what I'm using. AI faces. and then I put smiling faces. If you're wondering where I'm getting these models from, just go to Pinterest and go check them out right there. Okay? All right, so that one came out pretty cool. I like the square appearance of the eye here, so I went with more like a square, I went with a squircle, more like a square circle, right, is what I went with. So um, that turned out to be the right decision. All right, and if you want to color in your hair or whatever, you guys can color your hair in. Super awesome. Okay. All right, let's go to our next picture right here. I don't know how long that took, but let's go with let's challenge ourselves. Let's challenge ourselves. Let's challenge ourselves. Let's challenge ourselves. Let's challenge ourselves with difficult angles, all that kind of stuff. What about this guy right here? This is a difficult angle. Like I'm not used to drawing faces at this angle, so I'm probably going to jack it up, but that's okay, right? Because I want to learn how to. I want to put myself in those positions that to train my mind to be able to do this better. You know what I mean? So when the head's in a crazy position, what I might want to do is I might seek to just look for different things that are kind of landmark me to where I want to go. Right? You know, you can see this here. You can see this little round shape here. You can see these little parts that come around to the head here. This head's pretty square at this angle, right? And then you have these angles here that tend to just flow right into the face here. It's a heavy cheekbone over here. 1, 2, and then we got the 3 here. And then we have our, you know what, like that. And then you got like a neck shape here. And then you got your jacket shape kind of here. Right? Something like this. And then it comes around here like that. Okay? Now let's put this up here at the top. Okay, and then come around the side, kind of square it in. Kind of go out from there. That's kind of where it's going. A little sideburn action over here, maybe. Okay, sounds good. All right. Yes, mistakes are portals to discovery. I love it. Okay, now let's do this. And we want to make sure that we get some roundness in those eyebrow shapes, right? The roundness. This is up, and then this is down. I want roundness. And then it looks like I'm doing like this here. I'm just going, what if I just do like this and then come down, up, up. Okay, I don't know what this is. Let me see. This is a, oh, I see what it is. It's this. I'm doing this and this, but then I want to be able to see some stuff from underneath it like this. And then I want to be able to put my eye over here like that. Like that. Like that maybe. This maybe. That looks like something that wraps into that, so I want to go around it like this. That. You don't really have a top lip, but we'll just put one. And then this one is kind of protruding outwards, so I'd want it to go straight, maybe squircle-ish, like that. And then we'll just go ahead and get that side of the nose since it's out toward the face here. Right? And yeah, I think pretty much I did that. That's it. Okay? So again, you want to just go with a, hold on. You just want to go with landmarks, whatever works the best for you. If you don't know what you're drawing, don't try to guess. Use how your brain works to your advantage. So connecting dots is an excellent way to do this. or connecting parts together is easier than you trying to guess where everything goes by trying to make one line. Like if I would have started here and just started trying to go around the whole face, right? Well, unless you're like extremely like gifted to do something like that, usually you're probably going to mess something like that up. Let's look at this one right here. I don't know. Let's try it. Let's save that image. Save. Okay, and let's go here. All right, let's look at her face. Let's see what we can do with this. So let's go outside the box for a little bit. Where do we want to start here? Okay, so a couple of dimensions that I always like to pay attention to. Okay, especially when drawing women, I like to beautify them. So I'm always looking at what can make them look pretty. So what I want to do here is we can do a couple of things. We can do this. Watch. If we connect the dots, we can go 1, 2, 3, right? And then we can go. We can do this. Watch. I'm just showing you how to connect the dots. Okay. So you got an ear shape over here. Okay. Say now. What else do you got? You got a round cheek shape right here, right? You got this shape here. Right, you got a jabby little jaw shape here. Comes around. And then this doesn't really even connect in here. This is like, it kind of is like a shadow situation. So it really comes down like this, and then the neck comes from here and goes this way. This line right here, you wouldn't really be able to see. It's very light in this area. And then you just come back one, and we're using light, rounded lines, okay? So we want to pay attention to the roundness of all of our shapes. And the outer roundness is really important. Okay, so this roundness out here, this is round. This is like I'd say it's a square. It's like a. Okay, it's like I'm doing like this here. It's like I'm doing doom, doom, and then I'm just coming down here, and then just behind the ear. I could have made this neck a little smaller than that, but that's okay. Okay. Yeah, I should have made it a little bit more back here because that's a big old neck right there. Okay, let me see here. What about our, so let's do this here. Something like this, right? Something like this. Boxes. Yeah, this line definitely needed to come in. Golly. But I guess it's okay. All right. Okay. All good. Hey, what's going on? What's going on? Okay. Now we'll just put a shadow here, and it makes everything come out a little bit better. I find that I draw certain shapes easier when I use associations for the shape versus drawing what that shape is. Because to be honest with you, I don't study anatomy that much. I just kind of say, oh, it kind of goes together like this, right? Only people that study anatomy is are doctors or other artists that want to make you feel like you're not smart. Yeah, I know, right? You see, man, I could still bring this in. Look, I could still watch. Yeah, you see how I was able to bring it in some to trim that neck out some. Golly, she had the huge neck. There we go. And she got the roundness going on here. Okay, just like that. I want to put that line there, even though it don't go, but maybe I can do something like that. Yeah, just one like little small line or something like that. All right. Mm-hmm. Okay, let me see there. All right, now let's go to the next one. Again, let's keep the challenge on, guys. Let's keep the challenge on. All right, let's try this picture right here. Okay, no matter what face we're drawing AI faces. We just picked some that were smiling or whatever. These are not necessarily real people, but they look like real people, so that's all we need. Okay. All right, so let's go to this one right here. What can we? And again, what do we see about this face here? Well, we can see. You know what? One. I'll do like this, and then I'll go. I don't know. Let me see. I'm trying to see if my. Nope, that's not right. Okay, let's try it again. Um, I need a smoother shape. Something like that. I don't know. Hmm. Hmm. Mm-hmm. I like the way those eyes came out right there. That was real nice. So my instincts where I think I might have, in speed, I think that where I could have went differently was here around the head. The eyes I felt like came out pretty. Everything here came out pretty decent, but what I was looking at was the way this head came out. Like, what could I have done to make it more? If I would have just went with a more, let me see. I gotta stop. I gotta look at the rep. Let me see. Let me go. Um, hmm. Let me see. What if I go around? I'm just going to try to do something without looking at the picture. I'm going to see something. So if I do this, just something that resembles a head shape. Let me see if I can try to stop. Okay, and then this kind of come around here like that. So it'll be like a more of a, and then you have your part that goes here. Okay, so now it's a little bit further back. So I got a little bit more success on that one. All right. Let me see. Let me see. Let me see. Let's see if I can tone them down just a little bit and do like this here. I wonder if that will work if I did that. Let me see. Again, I'm not drawing based off of what I'm seeing per se. I'm trying to see uh, what would work. Let me see. Now this looks like a maybe a what would that look? What you know what it looks like a what does that look like? A puffy situation. Let me see. What if I do this? I just want to see. I just want to see. Okay, I think no, that's exactly what it looks like to me. Okay, so that's it is what it is. This one looks a lot more like her. What do you think, guys? Questions? Questions? Yeah. Okay. Mm, 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 mm. All right, let's back up here. Let's get back to our smiling faces. Where are they? Nobody's smiling on here. Let me see. A SMIL smiling. Okay. Let's see here. Let's try. Let's try this one. This one's let me see. At first, I thought it was a mustache. I thought so too. I was like, I didn't know what I was doing there, right? But I'm trying to look. What I thought about was with that mouth shape. I was thinking, what if I like drew the middle of the mouth first, and then came across like this? I might have went over. I might have went too big. I should have went more like that way. So it's like drawing a triangle and then coming across like this. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I was trying to do. But anyway, okay. Let me see here. Ooh. See now, what I'm thinking of, what I want to think of is what shape can I make that would look like. You know what I mean? So Only shape I could see that does that is this shape. I'm just gonna try two. I'm gonna try two shapes. This shape here over this shape here with this at the bottom. Let me see. I'm trying to see what would constitute that. No. Okay. What about this? Okay, so this is the mouse shape here. Okay. So we got our mouse shape here. Okay. So this way the mouth is stretching outward. So I'm gonna have to stretch it out this way. But then I need to stretch this out here like that. So what shape would then go up top? What would that make this? Would that make this just a regular pear shape? No, not pear. Maybe this shape. Wait, let me see. I mean, I can do it the easy way. I'll just do it this way here. Like that. So that would be what kind of shape can I call that? Mm-hmm. Ah, I see it. Hmm. You know what I need to look at real quick? I saw this in a book earlier. Oh, hold on a second. Okay, let me see something here. I'm trying to see. This one shows you different types of expressions, right? But then it breaks it down, like how they drew, what lines they used to draw those expressions. Um, so what I'm trying to figure out here is this right here. What's actually happening to the nose when I draw this position? I know it looks kind of. I know it looks kind of. Hmm. I wonder. So this is a. Oh, okay. Okay. I'm still trying to figure out what exactly the nose is doing. That really doesn't give me a good example. But I was looking for it like more of a in a cartoon kind of way where the nose is. No, no. Maybe this way. You know what I'm saying? Do you get what I'm? Do you see what I'm trying to see right here? Hold on, like here. So this nose is more like where the it's like it goes here, then it goes in here, and then let me see. So it's like okay, and then it goes down, over, out, down. So it's really just the outside lines that are doing that. And then you have this line here is shadow. And this line here is shadow. I'm practicing from this book right here, by the way. I'm just seeing like what it does as a cartoon. Sometimes you have to watch cartoons to draw cartoons to figure out the uh, the shape. Alright. Mm-hmm. Okay. Okay. All right, guys. So we're about to wrap up here in just a little bit. I know my stream went pretty choppy today for some reason. I don't know, but I guess it's you know what I mean. Let me give you guys a little bit of information here. Of course, if you guys want to take classes with me, I do classes online, rouserworld.com/classes. You can take a class with me today. Join our Patreon family, guys. Help support our art ministry. This is how we reach out to the lost. We connect with them. We connect with art, and then we teach them about spirit. This is what we do. If you want to support that, go to Patreon and join one of our tiers. Then we also have tips. Tips are appreciated, guys. If you feel like, hey, drawing along with me advanced you in some way today, you want to tip, thank you so much. I appreciate it. Okay. And then don't forget, guys, about our tent. We are doing a fundraiser for our tent. So right now we're at about a grand total of $65. That's what we raised so far of the $950. But we're getting up the ladder, right? So thank you so much, guys, for donating to that, helping us replace our tent for our outdoor events. Thank you. Okay. All right. Let's get back into it. So I'm gonna do two more faces, and then I'm gonna do a word of the day, and then we're gonna end our stream for today. Okay, guys. All right. So let's go back over here, and again, we're just studying the faces, studying the smiles, seeing what we can come up with. Let's save that here and go here. Hey, right on, right on. Okay, now let me see here. Let's go with okay. So let's go with you. I'm just gonna try something. Hmm. 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 Okay. Okay, we're just about done here. Okay, and my last one for the day. Okay, again, we're just getting some speed practice in today, and then we're gonna go ahead and get out of here. Okay, let me see. Okay, guys, so that is my last drawing of the day. Speed practice 101. Finding out what we can do and what we can't do in our pictures, right? Okay, so what I'm going to do real quick, guys, I'm going to go over here and we are going to. We're going to start our word of the day today. So I want to thank you guys for coming out today. It was super awesome of you. Let me get my Bible out, guys. Just give me a second. Thank you, DJ. I appreciate you. Thank you. Okay, so just give me a sec here. Get my Bible out. Okay. And if you guys will give me a minute, we'll go ahead and. Ooh, sorry about that. I didn't mean to do that. We'll go ahead and get set up here. Okay, hold on one sec. Okay, let's turn this off here. And then I'm also going to turn off my TV monitor because you don't need that. We'll do this here. And then, okay. Just give me a sec, guys. Okay, hold on. Okay. Just give me a sec. And then we'll get started. We're going to talk about okay. So today, guys, we're going to be talking about what is love, right? What is love? Don't hurt me. Don't hurt me no more. Right? You ever heard that song before, right? Well, we're going to be talking about that today. Okay? We're going to be talking about that today. So we're going to go ahead and pray real quick, guys, and then we're going to get into our word. So thank you, God, first of all, for the wonderful gift of today, because that's the only thing we have. We have our thank you for the daily bread. You know, today we woke up. Today we have health in our body. Today we're not homeless or we don't not have food. If you're here today, you're blessed to have a computer to be able to sit in front of and watch a live stream, right? If you have pens and paper, you're blessed to have those things. I think it's very important that we sit back and we are thankful for the things that we are given. So many times we think that we are entitled to this stuff, that we deserve it in some way, but we don't deserve anything. There's no perfect person on this earth. Nobody does everything right, you know. And the biggest fooler of people is often, me and my brother were talking about this morning, what they try to portray on the outside. You know, this person that has their life all together, right? But they're really going through a lot mentally. They're really going through a lot financially. They're really going through a lot spiritually. They're really going through a lot in every area of their life. But inside, they're hurting. And so, what we are as Christians is we're supposed to give, you know, we're supposed to create disciples. We're supposed to go out and love unlovable people, right? And the thing is that how can you do that unless you have the love of God first? The love of God is what His word is what determines, has determined or has set forth what love actually is. And I think it's best defined by how He uses faith. It says faith is the evidence of things, right? Not seen and things hoped for. That's what faith is. Okay? And then faith without works is dead. So if you don't have any work to back up your faith, then you don't really have faith. You understand? So if you say you love somebody, but the works of your hands when it comes to that person shows that you did not love them, then let's call that exactly what it was. You didn't love them. Perhaps you didn't understand what love was. Perhaps you never received the love of God before, and you don't have a template about what love is. So that's what we're going to be talking about today. We're going to get this sorted out once and for all. How do we love people? What is that? What does that look like to love somebody? Like, what do you hug them? You know what I mean? What do you say nice things about them? Right? I imagine those are some of the things we do, but I think it's also a lot deeper than that, but also there's a simplicity to it. And so let's see what the Lord has to say to us today about that. Okay? In Jesus' name, amen. Right? What love is. Love, first of all, let's write this down like we practice in art. We want to practice this here. So love, number one, is a choice, not a feeling. Okay? Feelings come and go, but biblical love, guys, is a decision to act in the best interest of others even when it's not easy. Let me repeat that for you. Biblical love. Biblical love. That means the love you receive from God. In other words, let's put yourself in this sentence. Let's say what I want everybody right now to stop and think of the most horrific thing they've ever done in their life. Don't have to type it. Just think about the most horrific thing you've ever done in your life. Okay? Now I want you to think about the areas in your life that you struggle with, things that make you might think people might if I wouldn't like somebody that was like this. I wouldn't like something that was like that. And let's just write those things down. Like for myself, right? I might say biblical. Okay, so let's just say um, sometimes I'm moody. Okay, I'm describing myself. Um, Sometimes I shut down emotionally, right? With people, with a crowd of people around me. Sometimes, let's just say, uh, sometimes I'm a bit of I'm a bit scatterbrained. Okay, you get what we were going with this? Okay, somebody like this is not easy to love. Ask my wife; she'll tell you. She loves me, right? But she's doing it out of a decision. My children always arguing. Sometimes, they are little boys and little brothers and sisters, so they argue and have differences over things. Sometimes they don't they don't do what I tell them to do. Sometimes they disobey. All of these things happen, but even despite those things, even though it's not easy for me to love them, I still do. In Scripture, it says, "Let us not love with words or speech, but with actions and in truth." Listen, it's not a word. Stop going around telling people you love them. Show it to them. Let us love not with words. Hey, man, I'm going to pray for you. No, let's pray right now. Like in the middle of this grocery store in front of all of these people. I don't need to wait till I go home to pray for you. I pray for you right now. I have $5 right now or $10 at this corner right now to give to home. It's right now. That lady needs help. This homeless lady needs help. Or this single mom, she's struggling, right? She's at the checkout line. She's counting pennies, and here you are with thousands of dollars in the bank, standing right behind her and looking at her in some type of contempt or some type of, she's holding my day up. They need to, they should, and then you start judging them. They should have had a better education. They should have did this. They should have did that. Then they wouldn't be in this position. What the heck kind of love is that? That ain't no God love. You ain't never seen God do that nowhere in no Bible. Let us not love with words or speech. Let us love with actions. Do something for somebody and in truth, right? Operate in the truth towards. So, in other words, you taking the truth, right? For instance, you me and my brother were talking about this. Sometimes love looks like this. Love look like you may have to tell somebody something that they don't want to hear. Sometimes that's what love look like. But how you do it, the tone you use, what kind of heart you have when you go to her, it ain't just, hey, let me tell you off because I'm writing you wrong. But hey, let's sit in a private space, me and you, where we can talk this issue out. But we don't want to put you on Front Street. We want me and you, let's talk. You know what I'm saying? There's a way to do things. So let us love first. Love, first thing love is not. This is what we're going to put. Love is a choice. It's not a feeling. Nobody cares about how you feel. They care about how you treat them. You can feel like not, I feel like not being married a lot of times. I feel like not having kids. I feel like not having to go to work. I feel like being mad today. I feel like, because we feel like something every 10 minutes. What does that have to do with loving somebody? None. Choose spiritual maturity is to be able to love somebody despite what you're feeling inside about them. Show an act of love, okay? An act of love. That means to act in their best interest. What is their need at that moment, right? So that's the first thing. Now the second thing, what else? What else is love? What else is love? What else is love? Love is patient and kind. It says this in the scripture. 1 Corinthians, let's go there. Right? Let's go to 1 Corinthians. I like this. Let me go here. I'm on Acts, Romans, 1 Corinthians, okay? And it says 1 Corinthians 13 and 4. Okay? It says love is patient, right? Love is kind, right? It is not envious. So patient means that when it don't go your way the first time, or you're willing to go through a process with a person, like you're willing to go through a process. So in drawing there's a process, right? The process is you get a pen, you get a paper, then you start drawing lines until you see the end process. So that if you quit before the end of the process, right, it's normally because you're impatient, right? Sometime earlier I talked to you about wanting to see the end before while I'm in the beginning of the drawing, I want to see the end. And when I don't see the end, sometimes I get impatient and I ditch the project prematurely, right? So we have to learn to be patient because the person that you're being patient with may be an angel. You got to be careful who you're dealing with. You might be entertaining an angel. Somebody came to bring you a huge blessing, but they need you to go through a process with them to deliver them to where they got to be at. And that's going to require you to be patient. It's going to require you to be kind. Love is kind. So if you're not acting patiently with people, if you're not kind to people, you don't love anybody. If you're mean to anybody, you don't have love in your heart because you can't give something that you don't have. You have fruit that comes out of you based off the condition of your heart, right? So if you're the person that will go harm an innocent person for no reason other than the fact that you want some money from them, you don't love anybody. You don't love your mama because you don't. How can you love your mama? Because the Bible says to honor your mother and your father, and your days will be long. How can you be showing honor to your mother and father when you're doing something I would hope they didn't teach you to do? Right? How is that love toward them? How is it love toward the man that you just hurt? Or did you think about that person's family before you did that to them? What did you think about before you did that? It is not envious. It doesn't look at things and say, I want that just because they have it. Envy. I'm lonely. I don't have a husband. I'm lonely. I don't have a wife, so I'll take yours. or I'll try to hit on yours. You get what I'm saying? I don't have money because I don't want to get up and work like everybody else. That's for stupid people that like to work, that want to be part of the system and all this stuff that you think that you saying some real fly stuff right now. You think you're saying some fly, but really you just envious, right? Nothing burns a person up that's mad more than a person that's happy, right? Because they're envious of the state of being of that person that's happy. Love does not brag. It is not puffed up. It is not rude. It is not self serving. It is not easily angered or resentful. Do you get mad fast? Right? I'm just saying. 6'7", 6'7", right? Do you get mad quickly? Do you do things only in your own best interest? The first thing you ask when somebody say, help me, you say, well, if I help them, what am I not going to have? Do you ask yourself that question right off the top? Soon as somebody asks you anything, help me take the trash, well, how's that going to inconvenience me before I say yes or no? Sometimes love is being inconvenienced. It is not glad about injustice. When people that are done wrong, but rejoices in truth. It bears all things, believes all things, hopes all things, and endures all things. Love never ends. Wow. And then it says like this, check this out. It says, but love never ends. But if there are prophecies, they say they will be set aside. If there are tongues, they will cease. If there is knowledge, it will be set aside. For we know in part and we prophesy in part. But when what is perfect comes, the partial will be set aside. Wow. So if you have all of these things, oh, right here it says, for now we see a mirror indirectly, but then we will see face to face. Now I know in part, but then I will know fully, just as I have been fully known. Right now we only see parts of God's love, but there you'll get to experience the whole thing. And now these three remain. The most powerful thing you can do in life is have faith, have hope, and have love. And but the greatest of these is love. It's saying that the greatest of the three things that matter the most in life is love. Faith means something that you can't see that you're working toward, right? Hope is something that you can't see that you're working toward, right? But love is the stuff that makes you do the things that are necessary to walk toward what you hope for and what you have faith in. Love is the actual going toward it. It's that stuff. So the second thing, love is patient. Love is kind. Now, the last thing, love reflects God's character. If you want to know what it's like to be more like God, just the greatest example of love is God Himself. When we love others, we are reflecting the heart of God to the world around us. Okay? God so loved the world that He gave. That's the most popular thing in the Bible. He gave His only begotten Son so that we could have. So in other words, He gave something out of love for us so that we could be atoned back to Him, so that we could be safe, so that we can not go to hell because of our sin. Because God and sin can't exist in the same place. He already that's like me saying you can't come to my house because you're sick. You can't come to my house because you're sick. You have the flu, right? But what if I made a way, right, for you to come to my house despite the fact, right? What if I could cure you of the flu, right? Or and make a way for you to still be able to come to my house. Well, that would make you happy, right? Especially if you want to see me. But this is what God did. He wants to see us that bad. He wants to be with us that bad that he said, you know what? I am not going to make you guys into robots that come up to me saying, I love you, 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 right? Because that's not, because it says here that love is, listen, let's go back to the first one. Love is a choice. If he made us a robot, that means God's lying. Because we're not robot. If he made us a robot, that means that why would he can't expect love from a robot, because a robot's, that's how you know AI is not real, because AI doesn't have the human thing. You could feel it. When somebody writes you an AI message, you know it. You be like, this feels kind of robot-y. You get what I'm saying? And you feel like this didn't come from a person. This came from a thing. You get what I'm saying? So that's what we're talking about here. It's a choice that he didn't make us that way. So the greatest example of what love is God himself, okay? God is a God of giving. He even says, give us this day our daily bread. Everything he's talking about is give. He's always promising. When you wake up in the morning, I love you so much. I'm going to make sure you eat. I'm going to make sure you have everything you need. I'm going to make sure you have your daily bread. I just want you to spend, only thing I ask of you is to spend time with me. Now, it just is funny because your job can make you the same promise, but it can't even hold that promise up. It can say, I promise to pay you every week, right? I promise to supply all your needs according to my riches of your boss, right? As long as you come spend time with me, and you will go spend time with him. You'll go to work every day because you in faith and hope believe that this job can supply all your needs and riches according to your boss, right? This is really an analogy of what God has done with us. And when we say no to God, it just shows us what our priorities are. That means we're a friend of the world and an enemy to God. You love your job. You love sports. You love sleeping around. You love your drugs. You love being mad. You love whatever it is more than you love God, right? And you keep saying no to him, but he wants to spend that time with you. He wants to spend that time with you because you cannot love somebody else. Listen, guys, you can't love. And you can be upset with me. I'm just telling you, you can't love somebody else until you've experienced the love of God, because you don't know what it is. You don't know what it is. That would be like me if, I don't know if there's any ladies here today, but let's just, I'm assuming that I have one. So let's just say, check this out. Let's say I came on here and I started talking about, I know what it feels like when you give birth to a child. I tell a woman that as a man, I'm sitting across from her and I know what it feels like. I really get, and a woman's sitting there like, no, you don't. You have no idea how this feels. You don't. And that's what I'm talking about, right? We don't have that, just like as the woman doesn't have that relationship, or that person doesn't have that direct connection with something to truly experience it, to know what it is. If you don't have God, you don't have a true experience of what love is. You don't have somebody because once something is done to you, it's easy for you to do it to somebody else, right? Think about it, how things work. Think about when I can use my own life, right? All right, when I was a kid, right, or let's just say when you're violent or you're treated violently as a kid, it's easy for you to grow up and be violent, right? If you were raised in a nurturing home, it's easy for you to grow up and be nurturing, right? So it's the same thing with God. You know what I'm saying? When you know how to, when you spend that time around him, right, and you grow with him, then you learn how to be a lover. And you learn that to be a lover, you never really have to open your mouth. Try to love some. That's what you do. Go out today and love, and don't open your mouth and tell nobody you did it. Because part of fake love is your mouth. Fake love is your mouth. Fake love is your mouth, because they got that love where you say you love them, and then you got that love where you love them, but then you love them in front of a camera. So you can say, look what I've done. I just gave somebody this bum $20, right? Because I'm an awesome person and I love people, right? Because what you're doing is you're looking for, that's not love, because what you're doing, why does this need to be recorded for? What's the real purpose? Do you really care that people know that you did this? That's really why you're doing it, because you want people to know what you did. That's why you do this, right? But real love doesn't boast about stuff. It just says, I'm going to help this person. I'm not going to steal because I know God. The only pair of eyes that is watching is the eyes I need to be watching, and that's the eyes of the Lord. Because he's the one that releases the blessings. He says it, you're going to plant, right? You're going to sow in this life some seeds, and you're not going to reap harvests. Somebody else is going to reap the harvest, and vice versa. Somebody else is sowing something. You're going to basically reap where you did not plant. That's just how the world works. Okay? So the greatest example of love is God himself. Love reflects God's character. In 1 John it says we love because he first loved us. That's why we are able to love. So in closing, guys, I'm not going to keep you here long. Love is more than an emotion. It's more than an emotion. Does it have an emotional aspect to it? Yes. But it's not the important part of it. In other words, faith has an emotional aspect to it, right? It's the inner belief of it. But your works is what tells the story. Love is more than an emotion. It's a choice to serve others. A choice to serve others. A willingness to be patient with other people. And a reflection of God's heart. If you say you've been transformed by the renewing of your heart, right? That's what the Bible says, be transformed by the renewing of the mind, the heart, right? Those that come to God must believe that he is who he says he is and that he can do what he says he can do, right? When God is truly taken over your heart, you will see it. You'll see it. You'll see it because you'll become a giver. You will. Nothing made me give more. I'm going to put it like this. I was not, and I could bring my wife in here and let her tell you. Tithing, right? Giving, inconveniencing myself. Oh, no. That was not my forte. But when but my wife, she shared this, and her uncle, my family, we shared it, and I kept going to the men's meetings, and I kept going to church services, and I kept studying the Bible, and I kept saying, God, why can't I understand what this is? Why can't and it was a hard reality, but one day I just said, God, I can't stop just caring about my own self. I'm so scared about what's going to happen to me. I can't concentrate on nobody else. My bandwidth is not long enough, God. I don't know how to be a giver. I don't know, right? And the first thing he told me was, in order to be a giver, let me tell you what you got to do. You ready for this? Let me tell you. In order to be a giver, you got to trust him. I know if you're a true soldier for God, just by your capacity to give to others. Because that's the first thing that increases. And when that increases, you're going to see everything else increase. I'm telling you, when I started, I don't pay tithes, I give them. Because it said, let them purpose in his heart what he has given, what he's going to give. So I'm privileged to give to God every week. I'm privileged to give to people every week. When I go out and I do caricatures, sometimes I'll see families that can't afford what I would charge, but they want a picture. And I can tell they really don't have a great deal of money. So hey, you know what? Let me show this family love. And when I sign it, you know what I think in my mind, and I know this to be a fact, and I know it to be true, that every person, every picture that I've ever drawn, every picture that I've ever drawn, I know that God put a blessing on that, because I always, when I'm drawing, I always talk to people about God. And my prayer was every time that I pray for them, or I spread words of encouragement to this new couple just starting off in life, or this young kid that just is starting off in life, or maybe somebody that's going through something in life. I know that when we talk about this thing, and and I show them the word of God about what He says about it, that every time they look at that picture on their wall, they're going to think about that conversation that we had. I know that it's an anointing. There's a reason that God gave me this gift. It's not just because Harry can make some money from it. That's very no way. I'm connected to everyone on this computer right now because of it. And if I look here, Christina said, she said the word of the day. I have a good feeling about this. I've had men and women and children write me testimony after testimony of thank you for sharing, thank you for giving. I don't make a great deal of money doing this stream and none of that. Most of the time I come home here, I don't get anything from anybody. But you know what? I don't care. I don't care what. This is not about what you do for me. You get what I'm saying? Because I know who's supplying all my riches and glory. Is God. He's the one supplying everything for me. The only so when I bless you, He already told me, you give what you know, what you've learned, you give, what you have, you give, give it. He says, and then I'll take care of you. Harry, trust me. And boy, I'm telling you, he's right. My wife's uncle just moved in with us. He's he's old up in age, and we're gonna be careful. Just like we cared for my wife's grandmother, now it's our job to take him. He's the oldest of all the children, so he's gonna be coming here to stay because he has some medical stuff he needs to take care of, and he's not So we're gonna make sure, and I'm gonna be that provider. I'm gonna pick him up off the floor if he you know what I'm saying. This ain't my. I wasn't born into this family, but yes I was. So if I got to pick him off the floor when he fall, I got to go get it. If I got to change poop or whatever, I got to do it. You know what I'm saying? Because this is what love is, a life of service to others. When we love others well, when we love others well, guys, we demonstrate that the love that God has already shown to us. So when you show love, and finally, and I'm going to leave you with this, when you show love, you are demonstrating that you acknowledge all of the blessings that God has brought to your life. If you woke up today, there's still another chance. You are blessed today. If you got one person you can call on the phone right now, you are blessed today. If you got any kind of food in your refrigerator, you're blessed today. If you have a job today, you are blessed today. There's so many things to be thankful for. But all of it comes from God's love for you. He woke you up this morning as an act of love. He woke up Christina, crazy funny man. He woke you up, Tammy. He went DJ. He wake up. You ain't sleep, are you? No, I'm not anymore. God, thank you very much, but I'm not sleeping no more, right? Because if you don't get that call in the morning, if he don't come and pay you a direct visit every morning, that's the last morning. You won't get no more mornings. So we need to start being grateful, and we need to start loving. Okay? So that is what love is. Love is a choice. It's not a feeling. Love is patient and kind, treats people with respect and dignity. And love is a reflection of God's character. To do what is in the best interest of others and to acknowledge what God has already done for us. Okay? So, guys, that is our word of the day for today. I thank you guys for coming out. super awesome of you. Don't forget, guys, that you can take classes with us. I'm going to give you all our information here. If you'd like to support our ministry, you can do so here you can take classes with us. So our classes are one-on-one. We do those on Zoom. So we have a class special going on right now. So you guys can go ahead and check that out. We have our summer sale. So we're doing 3 classes for the 105 versus $45 per class. Generally, that would be the fee for those classes. So if you want to take classes with me, now is the time to jump in, because there's going to be a pretty big discount for getting classes now. Also, guys, if you want to support our ministry, go over to our Patreon page and check out some of the content that we have there. We have some drawing videos there, behind the scenes videos, some stuff that's just I specially carved out to give to you over there on Patreon, because we didn't want to put those on YouTube. We put them on Patreon because we want to build. We have a family that we're building there. And if you want to be a part of that family, we'd love to have you. So just go over and check it out. I'll share some behind the scenes stuff. I'll share some of my testimonies, things that God has done for me. I've shared some of the times that I've gotten to minister and all those different things. You'll get to see those there, different churches and things like that. And then, pretty much just we just try to be a good old family over there. So check out our Patreon page, okay? And then finally, guys, tips are appreciated if you feel like you benefited from the stream today. The tips will be going toward our new tent. We did lose our tent in a wind accident. We had down here in the coastal bend, down here by the water, it's very windy. And one day we set our tent up, and long story short, it broke into a lot of pieces. So we have to get a new one. So we're going to get one of those real nice, the ones with it a little bit more sturdy, and have our name on it and all that stuff. So it's a good thing. And this is the way that I make money for my family, not necessarily from YouTube. This is how I do it. So if you guys will help us with that, I really appreciate it, man. Thank you. If you'd appreciate and give toward that. Right now we had $65. People have given online $65. So our goal is $9.50 to be able to buy it. So if you guys want to give, thanks a lot. I appreciate it. Okay. So other than that, guys, that's our word of the day. That's our stream. You guys have a blessed and awesome day. Thank you for drawing with me again. I got to go out here and do dad stuff. Okay. You guys be blessed, and I'll see you guys next time.